let's do a recap of everything I made in 2024. I made a total of 35 garments, mostly for myself, some for others, and it really didn't seem like that many. But yeah, I was kind of shocked that it was 35. So let's jump right into those. We'll start out at the top of the year, of course, in January. So January is my birthday month, and I chose to make 3 dresses for my birthday. So we'll start there. The first dress is McCall's M8037. Now I actually made this dress twice. So the first one is this dress here, and this fabric I received from Kiki Textiles. I absolutely loved it. It is a knit, and it came out absolutely wonderful. Now the second version of this dress I made in May, and then I wore to my mom's homegoing service. Absolutely love this dress. I love this pattern. Dress number 2 is McCall's M7999. I love this dress as well. This is also a knit fabric. This dress initially was supposed to have sleeves that were like kind of lace with black polka dots, and for some reason I couldn't find it at the time of making the dress, and I just assumed that I decided not to buy the fabric until many months later when I was doing a fabric organization, and I ran across the fabric, and I'm like, this is why I need to be organized. But hey, the dress turned out great anyway. I like this pattern, and I would make it again. Next is McCall's M8339. I do like this dress. Number 1, for the knot detail at the waistline. It really cinches you in and just brings this dress to life. It adds shape, and this is the one thing that you will get so many compliments on if you decide to make this pattern and wear this dress in real life. And yes, I say wear this dress in real life because a lot of us are just out here making things and not wearing them, myself included. So no shade. The next dress that I made is the Arlo turtleneck dress, and this is a dress by Petite Stitchery. I actually made this dress for a friend of mine, and she liked it. Now, she did end up coming back and saying, I think this would be a good 2-piece set, so why don't we do that? So I did end up attempting to make this a 2-piece set and some shorts. Next is Simplicity S9701, and I used this cute strawberry fabric that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. Love the fabric, love the fabric. It is a rib knit. It is so stretchy and so soft. Next is what got me back into sewing in the first place, and that's lingerie. So I fell down this rabbit hole of watching videos on making lingerie. I wanted to make my own lingerie, and needless to say, once I got on YouTube and I did that, I found so many videos on DIY garments, XYZ, ABC, and I never made any lingerie. Not until January of this year. I made the Lauren Teddy, which is a pattern by Made for Mermaids, and this was fairly easy. I thought it would be a little difficult and complicated, but it wasn't. It came together very nicely. Now, everyone's initial reaction when they see this garment is that it's a swimsuit, and that's okay because the fabric is very playful and colorful. This was pretty much like my muslin piece because I'd never done lingerie before and I didn't know how it would turn out, but it turned out pretty good, and I'm okay with that, and I will make another one in the future. Next, we have the Veil Hooded Poncho, which is a pattern by Petite Stitchery. This was so easy. It came together very quickly. I like the pockets on it. I like the fact that it has an actual hood. Now, there is not a closure on this poncho, but if you want to, you can add a snap or a single button or multiple snaps or buttons. I left mine as is without a closure, and I actually like how this turned out. Next, we have the Skipper bodysuit by Gertie Charm Patterns, and oh my god, I love this bodysuit. I really do. The size 4 was like a perfect fit. That was my first time using snaps, and I used some snap tape suggested by Gertie, and I mean, you know, the snaps are in there. They're not perfect, but they're in there. I will make this bodysuit again because I really like how it fits and I like the style of it. Will I use the snaps? I don't know. The next thing I made was my first children's garments. One was the A-line button-up skirt pattern by Ellie & Mac Patterns, which was so easy to put together. There are more steps than you probably like when you're doing something like for a child, but I was really excited about this project. I made this for my little cousin and she was super excited about it and she loved it. Now, the first one ended up being a little too short for her, so she ended up giving it to her sister. So I did make another one. So that makes 2 of these skirts that I made. And then I also made a top also by Ellie & Mac Patterns. The name is not with me at the moment, so I'll just put that on the screen here, but absolutely turned out great. Next is Know Me 2046. I also made 2 of these. The first one in a like reddish orange color. Both of them are made with knit fabrics. The first one is View B and the second one is View A. Absolutely easy pattern. You need something quick, this is your pattern. Next, I made a bucket hat using Simplicity 9651. I can't remember which view it is. I made this hat using some denim fabric and some fabric that features The Office. My husband absolutely loved it. Now, I don't claim this to be my best work or my best bucket hat. Actually, it's my first and only bucket hat, but I do plan to make this again and make it a little better because I know I can do it even better. Next is the Francie top, which is a Charms pattern by Gertie. I made this in a size 4 and the fit is perfect. It is spot on. I like the boat neck feature. Now you can wear this top with or without a belt, but I do like the look with a belt because it just cinches you in at the waist, but it's okay if you don't wear the belt because it still looks good. Now you can lengthen this and make it a dress, or you can wear it as is with a nice skirt or a pair of pants, jeans, or tights, whatever. You can style this how you want. It has dolman-like sleeves and I love it. And then there's the tote bag by sweetredpoppy.com. I love this bag. It's like super roomy. For this bag, I made the largest size and I did carry this bag a few times. I did use this to store like some sewing scraps and other things in. It does have a pocket on the inside. You can also include a pocket on the outside if you like. The choice is yours. You can put 2 pockets on both outside pieces or 2 pockets inside. You can switch this pattern up any way you like. Now this one I did not get to do a full review on or show you guys, but this is the Party Peplum by Patterns by D. Chef's kiss. I love this pattern. This fabric is a Remy denim that I purchased at Walmart, and oh my god, it's like I couldn't even finish sewing this project up because I kept stopping just to try it on because it looked so good. It was turning out so well. So let me tell you, as I was going, I did try it on because I wanted to make sure it was gonna fit. Just like, oh my god, this would be like a nice little denim jacket if you don't add the peplum part to it. I mean, like, the pattern is perfect. It is perfect. If you want a denim jacket, this is your pattern. Just leave the skirt off. Leave the peplum piece off. Then there was the sleeve cuffs. Never done one before in my life, but they turned out great. I was a pattern tester for this pattern and it was super fun to sew up. I really enjoyed this make and I will test again for D at any time. I love this pattern. Then there was New Look 6469. Now this reminds me of like a tent dress, the way it hangs. It kind of really skims the body and just falls. Then there was McCall 7697. I made the pajama shorts in this pattern for a friend of mine. Then there was her coordinate set. So the skirt was made using a self-drafted pattern. And then for the top, I used the famous tried and true, sew it again, Barbie top. Then there was Simplicity 9679. Now this pattern, I ended up making 2 of the top because I did not read my pattern pieces carefully. Then I made a self-drafted skirt to go along with it. Then there was New Look 6509. Will I make this pattern again? But guess what? With this challenging fabric, this was by far the best invisible zipper I've ever put in any garment. The best. The most invisible I've ever done. But I won't do this again. And it put me in the mind of like retro 70s vibes. So I paired it with these white boots. But I won't be making this pattern again, but you can knock yourselves out. Then there was Simplicity S3003. Absolutely love the top. Has my favorite details, the mock turtleneck or neckband, whatever you want to call it. It has the long flare sleeves, but that flare is just a little too long for me. I just lose all use of my hands with this pattern. Like, this sleeve just swallows them up. So I will have to go in and make some adjustments on this, and if I make it again, I will know next time to chop my sleeve down so that I can add this flare and it doesn't consume my hands. Then let's go back to this Barbie top. Okay, in all, I've made 4 of these tops this year. I made 1 for my friend. I made 1 earlier in the year in this burnt orange color. Then in December, I made 2. I made 1 in this striped leopard print fabric. Love it. The second one I made in this polka dot fabric. Love it. I just love this top. It's like the fit is perfect. Everything about it just is perfection. Try it if you haven't. I guarantee you'll love it. Then there's Butterick B6242, which is a vintage 1960s pattern. It has batwing or dolman sleeves. You do need to use a bias binding. When I saw the pattern, I saw this fabric. So I knew they had to mesh together and I had to make this dress. Love it. Then there's McCall's M8058. Super easy dress. This view of the dress only has 3 pattern pieces: your sleeve, your front and back bodice. No actual neckband piece for this view of the pattern. Now there is a neckband piece included and you can use that with this view if you'd like, but I did not. And then last but not least, the last make of 2024 is Simplicity 5628, which is a caftan pattern. Now let me tell you, I use this very stretchy, silky knit material that I got in a Walmart bundle. I've had it for maybe a year or 2. In my mind, I wanted to make a maxi dress with it. But once I got my hands on this pattern, I was like, this fabric, this pattern. Yeah. So, stripes. I've never matched stripes before. And for some odd reason, like, I pretty much cut these pieces out perfectly to where the stripes were exactly the same on the front and back pieces. Now there are only 4 pieces to this pattern. You have your front and back, and then you have a front and back facing. As I was pinning these pieces together, I'm like, are these stripes matching up? I didn't do this on purpose. It was just a happy coincidence. Now, once I started to sew certain parts of the garment up. I didn't get them matched up as much as I wanted to, and that's okay, because I'm still going to wear this garment. That is everything I made for 2024. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so that you don't miss out on more sewing content like this. Stay tuned, because my Make 9 for 2025 is coming up, and I don't want you to miss it. It's going to be different this year. Until next time, sew all the things.